What's going on, y'all? It's Mason Bleasdell, your Austin real estate agent, and today we are in Cedar Brook because, if you've been looking around Leander at all, you know there are a ton of new construction opportunities, but each one's a little bit unique, and Cedar Brook is no exception. This is a smaller community, a little pocket community, solely developed by MI Homes, which I truly believe offers a ton of value in terms of the house you're going to get. All things considered, location, everything. This video is going to be kind of the ultimate guide for you. If you're considering this neighborhood, we're going to show you everything you need to know about what it's actually like to live here and why I think this offers a really great value. Let's jump into it. Now, before we jump in the car and give you a little tour around the neighborhood, we got to talk about where we are. Of course, we are in Leander, which is a northwest suburb of Austin, just up the 183 corridor. And this community, sitting just off of Lakeline Boulevard, honestly offers quite a bit of flexibility. It's set back far enough from the really big, busy things, but you've got really, really easy access through a lot of different routes to get in and out to the things that you would need day to day. Now, 1890 Ranch, which is the huge shopping center that includes places like Costco, Target, Academy, basically all the daily things that you could want, a bunch of really phenomenal restaurants. All of that is just down the street from here, an easy 10-15 minute drive. Shoot back out onto Lakeline. You can use Hero Way, which runs just north of here, a bunch of different routes in and out to get to those daily things. Now, schools-wise, if those are really important to you, this is worth noting because even just the neighborhood on the other side of those houses goes to a different one. We are zoned for Camacho Elementary, Leander Middle, and Leander High School. And speaking on that real quick, a lot of my clients, you guys who reach out, specifically want Leander for the schools here, and Leander High School is one of the more sought after, again, with an area that's growing as rapidly, and Leander ISD is opening new schools all of the time. Having the really established, excellent reputation school like Leander High is definitely a good selling point, whether that's the life stage you are in or just for resale value. Fantastic to have that. But let's jump in the car. I got a lot more to show you. Now, pulling away from the little playground amenity center, let's get into the neighborhood and all the things it has to offer. Now, MI Homes is the sole developer of this community. They're building all of the homes through here, and we're probably getting close to about halfway through selling all of these homes. But as we go through, I think you're really going to start to see what I was hinting at. Basically, every house in here, depending on the square footage, is running in the $400,000 range, kind of on the lower end for some of the smaller ones and on the very high end of the 400s for the larger. And I truly think that is a really, really good value considering how nice these homes are. Inside these homes, you're gonna see wood look tile floors, same things you see in $800,000, $1 million Perry homes, for example. Nice large windows all throughout. There are a bunch of different floor plans, both single and two-story. Depending on what your needs are, we can find something out here to fit it. And I really like how MI2 has kind of put a little bit of a contemporary spin on some of these homes too. And then just the little features on the outside, like having the stonework. Of course, if you build from scratch, you get to choose all of that yourself. But just very pretty. Like, it's not a standard home, and it's definitely not the DR Horton community just next door where it's just so much more homogeneous, so much more plain, so to speak. I, again, really think the value here shines, and it's present right away when you're driving through the community. Now, speaking on some hard numbers, one of the bigger benefits to out this direction is the tax rate. We are at a 2.02% tax rate, which is on the lower end for most of Leander. A lot of the communities off of Ronald Reagan Boulevard here in Leander on the other side of town, those are pushing the 2.3, 2.4, some places even higher than that. Very, very nice to be out of some of the really big mud and PID taxes that are being tacked on here, and it just keeps those carrying costs within a reasonable range. Very, very nice to, of course, have that. As well, HOA fees, a very moderate $70 per month. Nothing crazy whatsoever. And that does include, of course, access to the amenities, maintenance of the common areas and such. And there are little walking paths that go directly through it, but no pool with this community. So if that is super important to you, that would be something we would have to look elsewhere, or go to some of the really good public ones or some of the private gyms that are around here that have those for you as well. Now, if you like this tour, if this was helpful to you, which I certainly hope it was, as you're looking through the different new construction options in Leander, again, I really hope this gave you a good sense of what it's like to actually live here. And if you're looking for a real estate agent to help guide you through the process, not only find the right house at the right price, of course, but also find the right community that navigates you through all this to make you confident along the process, I would love the opportunity to work for you in it. You can reach me directly. My personal contact details are on the screen and down below in the description. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you all next time.